Welcome everybody to Extreme Off-Road Silly Bills, and we are taking a look at the 2016 Ariel Nomad once again, because we obviously took this out way back when this game was first released, and it didn't do a brilliant time of 2 minutes 35.122 seconds, so I figured with this being the final episode of this series, because Forza Motorsports 7 is only a week away, I'd give the car that I always thought could do a bit better one more chance. So yeah, it's still got 775 horsepower, 447 pounds-feet of torque, from a 3.2 litre twin turbocharged V8, and it weighs 1,583 pounds. It's got all-wheel drive, and it came with standard off-road tyres and off-road suspension, and it can do 0 to 16 2.503 seconds, 0 to 105.577 seconds, going up to a top speed of 210. So yeah, one reason why I thought this car could do a lot better than it actually did first time around was, well, purely because it is an off-road vehicle. Yes, it didn't only have rear-wheel drive originally, but all-wheel drive should help, and it is quite lightweight, and it's got plenty of power, so plenty of reasons there to for it to have posted a better time than it did. So hopefully with my experience on this course being a lot better, it will hopefully do a lot better than it actually did beforehand. And the real sucker was the fact that the Ariel 500 V8 did a much better time by nearly 20 seconds. So hopefully we'll be able to do better than both of the original time of this and the Ariel Atom. So let's see what this car can do. So yeah, this is the final one purely because I want to take a bit of a break before Forza Motorsports 7 rolls in, because it's going to be a BM off of a game. Plenty of videos for that, plenty of ideas for it, so yeah, just going to give myself a break before that game. Obviously this isn't going to be the final video for Forza Horizon 3, we've obviously got Extreme Power No Handling and Blizzard Peak Hill Climb videos, and How Fast Will It Go, which will be the final Forza Horizon 3 video on Saturday. So this isn't the last Forza Horizon 3 video, but it is the last Extreme Off-Road Silly Builds video. Is until Forza Horizon 4 comes out, but then again that's all dependent on the kind of game and that is the kind of setting, sorry, that game is set in. Extremely quick for the water, despite not being a fully well, I was gonna say despite not being a fully fledged SUV, but as you can see, if you slightly dip one wheel or two out of the water, you end up flying off like that, which is kind of annoying. Certainly doesn't aid in making the car quicker in terms of time. And that certainly doesn't. I do apologise, this car is not the easiest of things to drive, dealing with nearly 800 horsepower, very little in the way of weight, and an all-wheel drive system it never had originally. Extremely twitchy. Damn it, right at the end we crash once again. Yeah, this isn't the easiest of vehicles, this is why I think I had such a poor time first time round, is because, well, not used to the physics of the game, not used to the course, etc. But nonetheless, we have massively improved upon that original time, with 2 minutes 10.064 seconds, which is 25 plus seconds improvement over the Ariel Nomad when we first took it out, and even more than 5 seconds quicker than the Ariel Atom 500 V8. So yeah, not the smoothest of runs obviously, and not exactly the quickest either, but it's an improvement nonetheless, and a massive one as well. And it's not only just beating its original time and that Ariel Atom, but it's also beaten the likes of the Ferrari 166MM Barchetta, Porsche 911 GT3 RS 4 litre, the Land Rover Defender 90, Talbot Sunbeam Lotus, a Boff Fiat 131 and the BMW M2 Coupe. But it is slightly slower than the Ford Bronco, Lamborghini Centenario and the Ford F100 Racing Trophy Truck. But as far as cars go that, you know, are tricky to drive, this is still pretty good for a time, and yeah, considering all the mistakes I made and the fact that, yeah, like I said, it is a real tricky vehicle to drive, because, yeah, being as lightweight as it is and kind of off-road orientated, but also having nearly 800 horsepower does make it a very twitchy, very nervous feeling car that has, you know, doesn't really have the handling capable of dealing with all that extra power. So yeah, tricky vehicle, but and it was a messy run, but a solid time and a much improved time over the previous time we tried this car out. So yeah, this is the final episode for this series. I hope you've enjoyed it. We've had plenty of surprises in terms of vehicles and some, you know, disappointments, but yeah, been a fun series nonetheless, and a cracking one overall. So yeah, the top 5 for this series goes as follows. Local Motors Rally Fighter in at number 5 with a time of 2 minutes 7.721. Sorry. In 4th place, the Mini X-Raid All-4 Racing Countryman at 2 minutes .321. The 2005 BMW M3 at number 3 with a time of 2 minutes 2.87, sorry, and the R8 J Anderson Polaris RZR Pro 2 Trucking at number 2 with a time of 1 minute 59.987, and reigning supreme at number 1 for a very long time, the Toyota Hilux Arctic Trucks R8038 at 1 minute 59.487, so more than, exactly half a second quicker than the second place car, and yeah, was never beaten. Not quite sure whether or not a car could have beaten it, because obviously we've not tried every vehicle out on this series, but that was an extremely quick time and an extremely smooth ride as well with that car, so I doubt a car could have beaten it, but it was an impressive vehicle nonetheless, and yeah, only one car ever came close, and that was the RJ Anderson Polaris RZR Pro 2 truck. But nonetheless, fun series. I know the top 10 overall wasn't all that, you know, controversial. There's mostly off-road vehicles, but that BMW M3 is probably the biggest surprise of the series, because it's right in the middle of, you know, big off-roaders that have, you know, all the capabilities that didn't. So that's probably my favourite vehicle of the series for how quick it was and how surprising it was. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in Forza Motorsport 7. Bye.